Hi guys, Mike of Mike Reviews It All and the slightly more popular Fights with Friends. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what ads do for creators. Because if you clicked on this video, it may have been out of curiosity, like, Mike, why would we purposely watch ads? You talk about all the time about how you hate ads. And I do. I hate unnecessary ads. I love the way that some creators do it on podcasts. I love the way Joe Rogan puts all his ads at the beginning, and then he'll put a few at the end, and it doesn't interrupt the flow of the podcast. I had started because my revenue was so dry from my live stream on my main channel being suspended for 90 days. To tinker with putting some videos in the middle, some ads in the middle of videos. I'm going to try to get away from that and put them before and after. And I'm going to crunch some numbers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, are people watching some of these ads though? Because I don't want to interrupt the experience of the video while it's going on. Joe Rogan says it's rude. Maybe it is. Some people, I think, maybe do it tactfully, like Bill Burr. I die laughing listening to his ads. That's his personal ads. On YouTube, my ads are going to be whatever YouTube's running on my channel. But why it's important to watch those ads is it is literally the only way we're getting revenue. People see, oh, so-and-so got so many millions of views. They have so many subscribers. They have so many minutes watched. You can crunch a million numbers. Minutes watched is important. Views watched are important. They move your channel up the algorithm. Unless you are on YouTube Red, which thank you very much for supporting creators if you are on YouTube Red. Even if it was for selfish reasons, to be able to skip commercials like I'm telling you to watch. Because we get a revenue from you every month. They split that up amongst whatever videos that person watches. So if you pay $10 a month for YouTube Red, Google takes their cut, which is less than half. Anyways, it's moving depending on what you're doing, what the revenue service is. So I don't know what the exact percentage is for YouTube Red, but I know it's 45% or less because I don't think they ever take more than 45% of anything. Then the remaining amount of your money is actually distributed directly to the creators that you're watching. So I get a report of YouTube Red revenue, and I get revenue every month for views and minutes watched by YouTube Red members. That is not the bulk of my revenue, and that is only because there's not near as many YouTube Red or now YouTube Premier members. Now, the reason I say, would you watch an ad or two? And the reason I watch, let's start with the reason I watch. My favorite creators, I'm starting to watch their ads because now I realize if I don't watch their ads, they don't get paid. It doesn't matter if 1 million people watch it. If they don't have YouTube Premium and they skip all the ads, they don't get paid. That's why I'm glad you're seeing much shorter ads. I really wish they would put a time limit on the ads, and I think the ads need to be 30 seconds or less. Nobody needs to watch an ad for more than 30 seconds. If you can't captivate the audience enough to click on that product after 30 seconds, they're not interested. They're not interested. The ad should not be an infomercial. It's an ad. I like 15-second ads. And the other reason I'm starting to cut out the midstream ads is YouTube. Recently, you might have noticed a lot of longer videos, you're seeing 2 ads. And they did this similar if you have Hulu, which I pay a little bit more for Hulu now not to have the ads. So that helps pay the creators and everybody there at Hulu. So I'm paying, a little bit of extra for that ad revenue that they're missing out on, and I'm fine with that. It's like $4 more a month, and it's worth it for the time that it saves me. but creators are literally making nothing. And there's enough creators making just about literally nothing right now for the work that they do as it is. So if I could ask you guys as a favor, the creators that you enjoy, if the ads are less than 30 seconds, if they're not, go ahead and skip them, because let's give YouTube the message that we don't want ads that are over 30 seconds. And I don't feel it's fair to support me or any other creator that you should be sitting through 2.5-minute ads. That's ridiculous. You're just not going to want to watch the video at a certain point. But if it's 15 to 30 seconds or less, and some of the ones that you can't skip that are like 10 or 15 seconds, I'm fine with that. I realize sometimes, you're in a hurry and you're like, oh, really? I got to watch this ad. That creator literally does not get paid at all. And I feel it is worth, for me, it's worth my 10 or 15 seconds to just keep that ad up there and not skip it after the 4 seconds if it's 30 seconds or less. Some of the creators, and this is just me, and I'm going to shout out some creators that I'm big fans of, and there's not a lot of them. I don't watch a lot of creators. I watch a lot of a few creators, and I watch Philip DeFranco religiously. If you're looking for a nonpartisan news source, I think he gets about as close as you're going to come. He brings the facts, and he crunches it all in a 15-minute show, and it's absolutely genius. It's a great production team, and they put probably 16 hours work, 8 to 16 hours work into getting you a 15-minute news show, and it is one of the most professional shows on YouTube. There's some other ones out there. Shout out to Full Time MMA. If you're an MMA guy, of course, my channel, Fights with Friends. I used to think of some of these guys as competitors. Now he is a collaborator. Same with MMA Newsroom, the Dutch guy. He works very hard on some of those videos. If you don't watch the ads, those guys don't get revenues. And of course, I always, try to give donations when I can, and Super Chat, PayPal, whatever it is that creator is using to try to increase their revenue, because they're really putting their heart and soul and a lot of time into some of these videos. So that's going to be the end of my rant. I know you guys don't want to listen to me for 20 minutes on this, but if you could just think of that. I just wanted you guys basically to know that when a video comes on and you see the ads pop up and you skip them, the creator is most likely not getting paid for your view, no matter how long you watch. And sometimes some people are watching a creator to help them. Like, you'll watch through their whole videos. I watch through Dutch Guy's whole videos, MMA Newsroom, because, I like his videos. I also, we critique each other because we are partner channels and we work with each other. So when he comes to me and says, hey, what do you think of that video? I'm going to be embarrassed if I haven't watched it. So I want to check it out. He's helping me. I want to help him. We work together. Philip DeFranco, he's just so captivating, and he brings you so many facts. And there's just really not a news source out there, I don't think, that does it like he does it. And I don't think he ever dreamed that would be the point that he came to. But he really has a goal of bringing you news without the opinion and the nonpartisanship. And when he does straight and give his opinion a little bit, he makes it very, very clear that it is his opinion. He never tries to quote his opinions as facts. He brings you the statistics, and he will put all the sources. And I don't check all the sources every day anymore because I trust him now, but every once in a while I'll check in on something if I want to know a little more. But at first, I would check every single source that he put on there to make sure that they were legitimate sources, that they were backed up by at least 3 sources, which is my vetting process for saying that a news piece can go on to the next cycle. If there's not 3 what I consider legitimate news sources, either from nonpartisan or bipartisan sources. Say, Fox News, MSNBC, and, a nonpartisan source all cover it, and it's basically exactly the same. Then I might go to my AP feed, and if everything matches up, I say, okay, this is the most I've done. I've been responsible journalistically to vet this process, and I believe that this is a legitimate video. I think he does that great, and the intent of this video was not to throw props out at Philip DeFranco, but that's ended up being a lot of what it was. And full-time MMA, if you're into MMA at all, that guy is an absolutely incredible creator. Him and Dutch guy from MMA Newsroom, they're both just incredible, genuine people. But I said, your favorite creators, please realize that I know you're trying to support them a lot of times by watching their entire videos or clicking on a lot of their videos. Even though obviously it's somebody you were interested in because maybe you subscribed to him, you started watching their videos, but you also want to support them. If you can support them through Super Chat, even better. That's where the majority of my revenue was coming from. Before, my Super Chat was suspended for 90 days on Fights with Friends. Now I've had to work a lot more hours. But that ad revenue is the bloodstream, especially for DVR videos. So please, if I could ask you to do one thing, if a video is over 30 seconds, if you have the time, can you please watch that video? If you're not interested in it, turn the volume off. Sometimes I find that I see things that I actually am interested in because I don't watch cable TV anymore, and I don't see a lot of these ads and things, and I actually am starting to embrace the YouTube algorithm that they're starting to show me ads that are prevalent to my tastes and interests. At first, I pushed away from that because I thought, that's an invasion of my privacy and different things. Now I'm like, well, we've lost a lot of our privacy. What I'm willing to lose because I'm on YouTube and some other things at this point, I just want to try to get something out of it. Now I look at it as trying to get as much out of it as I can. So if I have to watch ads, make sure that there's a chance that my favorite is movie trailers. If it's a movie trailer, I want to know what's out there and if I'm interested in going and seeing it. I would be fine if that was every single ad, just about that I get on YouTube. And then other things just that I'm interested in. Maybe tech stuff for my channel, maybe some MMA stuff, some things in my wheelhouse. I'm curious, how do you guys feel about ads on YouTube? Is this something you're willing to do? How do you support creators? If you're someone that supports creators, and you're under no obligation to do that under YouTube. YouTube is free, and I don't want to act like it's an obligation because that takes away from the extra that you do in watching our ads and giving us subscriptions and stuff. We are not entitled to subscription fees. We are not entitled to donations, and we are not entitled to you watching those ads. It is a request from me, and I greatly appreciate it. But we are not entitled to any of that. And I 100% feel that way as YouTube is how it is right now. And I feel like that's the most important way to treat people anyways. In the long run, I think in any business, that's the way you're going to be most successful, is if you respect people and you give them the choice. And there may be some people that just don't end up watching a lot of ads, but they do watch them every once in a while, and they watch so many ads it makes up for it. And maybe they share your video. Maybe they tell their friends. Maybe they're active in your comment section. All you guys are valuable. Maybe they're subscribed to your channel. Maybe they like your videos. All of these things help us out as creators. So please, I hope you come away with this, like I said, just with the knowledge of how creators are compensated. It's not a lot right now. That's why so many creators are starting different things. They're going out to Patreon. They're selling things on their sites. They're doing a lot of things. I buried myself in such a hole that I just needed immediate money. So I just had to work a ton of hours recently, and it cut back from my content making time, and now I'm getting back to it. Sorry for the long, drawn-out rant there, but please let me know what you think down there in the comments. Like I said, about how you support creators, or just what you think of this video in general, or whatever random thing you want to ask me that's on your mind. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see you fine gals and girls later.